That little trading traitor. The little traitor. Oh my god. Guys, I had the feeling. I had the feeling that I was wrong, but I didn't want to be wrong. They were so cute and it was all fake. And the little liar had the audacity of saying it was real. Anyway, let me introduce myself. Hello guys, my name is Joe and I review all your favorite shows on this channel. I'm currently doing Prime Target, Severance, Yellow Jackets, and The White Lotus. And you can also join me on my Patreon. I'm reviewing Paradise, which is turning out to be a pretty decent show from Disney Plus. And I'm also, guys, if y'all are into discussing social issues, current social issues, y'all are gonna love my reviews on The Pit on my Patreon. Check it out. But on to the episode. Oh my god, like, y'all have been telling me this. Y'all have been telling me this, and I have been so blind. Like, I feel like you could call it blissful ignorance, because I saw the signs. I saw them. I saw the signs, guys, okay? I saw them. I just didn't want to see them. I didn't want to see them. And you know what? I believe it a little bit that he fell for him a little bit. I believe it. But then freaking Adam betrayed Ed, and Adam was working for the Kepler Institute, who are the same people as these rogue NSA agents who are being funded by this private company that deals with bank money. Axiorn. I previously said Axiom, but no, Axiorn. I'm gonna take a minute because I'm just hurt by this. See you guys in a minute, which to you is gonna be a second. Baby boy Ed is betrayed by Adam and taken captive by the Kepler Institute, adjacent to the NSA rogue agents, which are Jane and her boo annoying ass idiot. And, well, they keep him in this white cell, which at the beginning, I don't know if they were projecting those things, if baby boy Ed was imagining those things, but it was goddamn beautiful what he was imagining. But anyway, they have him captive there. They want him to decipher the sequence pattern of prime numbers and write the theorem that will become the prime finder to unlock every digital key on the planet. And they have him captive. They have Tayilah, not captive, but captive. And they are spinning this web, trying to get this theorem out of him. They get the old dementia professor to come help him, which was evil. Leave the poor man alone. But then eventually they decipher the theorem. They have it ready for Tayilah to turn it into coding to create the goddamn key. The goddamn key. And of course, baby girl Tayilah is like, bitch, you thought. Honestly, here I have to agree with one of my commenters that said that the actress for Tayilah was not that good of an actress. She's a great actress. I'm enjoying her performance. But in this scene where she's agreeing to help Jane, you can tell that she's up to something. Like, the fact that Jane couldn't see that, having known this girl for the majority of her life, and she couldn't tell when she was lying to her, incompetence. Complete incompetence. But anyway, baby girl Tayilah devises a plan to break Ed and the professor out of there. And break them out of there she did, but Ed, being the good person that he is, he wasn't willing to live without the professor because he knew it was going to be, pfft. And that asshole idiot rogue NSA agent had the audacity to shoot the professor. This little old man who is no risk to him, who will probably not even remember doing that. And he had the audacity to shoot him because the professor put himself in front of Ed. Asshole! I mean, I feel like the show is trying to tell us this is the evil guy. Like, this is the clear evil guy. So that part I didn't like. But, yeah. He shoots the professor is dead, and Ed and Tayilah bolt out of there. And where are Ed and Tayilah going next? Probably to Andrea. And we have, like, guys, this episode was great. Like, did you read the title of my video? Too good. It was too good. It was that good. And honestly, the best one of the season so far. Previous episode, no, it wasn't that great. I mean, my review wasn't even 10 minutes long. The current episode was pretty good. Like, I was the whole time like, what? I was screaming at my computer to an extent that my mom came ask me about it. But yeah, they escaped. They are going to go to Andrea, and we had another big reveal, because it started with the fact that Andrea came back to Cambridge. She went to talk to a colleague about all this shady ass business that has been going on in Baghdad, and the fact that the temple was discovered by a freaking explosion put there on purpose. She eventually figures out that to know the exact location of this place that Andrea has been researching for decades, they would have to read her thesis. She is the scholar with the best approximation of this location of the ancient temple of whatever. And she figures out that the only person who saw her research was Akram. Akram, right? Akram. The guy the archaeologist who was responsible for the dig in Baghdad. The archaeologist and his Serbian mercenary buddy. And baby girl Andrea goes to talk to her colleague who she trusts. And as soon as he said to her, let's keep this quiet for now, I knew he was working. I thought he was working for Kappa, let's be honest, but apparently he's working with the archaeologist. God damn it. Can no one trust anyone anymore? Jesus. But you know what? This character was pretty intriguing. Like the conversation in the bar, the fact that he had the archaeologist under control because he knew about his daughter. And the fact that the archaeologist didn't want to expose this goddamn theorem. He didn't want the whole world to know about it. And I'm thinking that maybe the way that the traitor professor, got Akram to agree to help him out was because maybe they had agreed to keep it secret, like to get the theorem and not allow anyone else to see it. But he wants to publish it. Baby boy traitor professor wants to publish the key that opens every digital dock on the planet in a publicly available article. And then Akram, the archaeologist, is like, but that's chaos. That's going to be chaos around the world. And the guy's like, it will go back to normal. It always does. Like, he's missing the point completely, because he's saying he doesn't care how many people die, because potentially all the information will be available and anyone will be able to use it. He doesn't care what chaos happens in the world from this knowledge. He doesn't care about releasing this knowledge carefully. He just wants a new world order without any secrets and whatever. And I'm like, baby boy, are you on drugs? Are you high? These goddamn rich white men think they can do whatever they want to the freaking planet. And I mean, on the Kepler rogue NSA agent's side, it's not much better, because they are saying to Ed and to Tayilah, oh, we're going to get this key, this prime finder, just to keep it safe with no intention to use it. Sure, Jane, no intention to use it. Come on. So it's like, what chance does the world have? And I feel like this, maybe unintentionally, like really reflects the state of the world today. What chance do we have when our only options is to choose between the least bad evil, right? It's like two big influence powers fighting over this thing. Both of them want to use it for something nefarious. And then we have little Ed and Tayilah trying to save the freaking world alone. Doesn't it feel like that sometimes? Anyway, I'm sorry that I'm ranting. It's the morning. I have a lot of energy. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. I was saying all of this because Ed and Tayilah are on the run and they're going to completely go ask Andrea for help. And this is what the traitor professor tells Akram in the bar. We don't have to go get him. He's gonna come right to us because he doesn't have anyone else. And I mean, Jesus, because he lost his professor mentor in this episode. He's lost Robert way in the beginning of the season. He lost Adam, or better yet, never had him. And yeah, who does he have? He's going to go to Andrea. And I mean, rightfully so, because she can help him. It's just that she doesn't know she's being betrayed by this asshole traitor professor. So yeah, a lot happened. I still think that Adam can be redeemable because he was doing all of this out of fear, but he clearly feels something for Ed. So I feel like in the last episode, there has to be a moment for Adam to redeem himself, to join the forces, which will be made up of Ed, Tayilah, Andrea, and Adam. And Adam, who else is there? There's no one else. Maybe Akram and the Serbian mercenary will join them against the traitor professor, but I don't see that happening. I see them staying aligned until the end. But remember what I said in my last review, that it potentially could come to an ending where Ed created the theorem, like wrote the theorem and then erased everything so that they couldn't have it. We kind of saw that happening. Like before they left, he erased as much as he could from the theorem he had written on the walls. So I think that it's plausible because Ed has to escape somewhere. He has to, like, at the very last minute, escape and, like, his brain not belong to any of these powers. So I think it's quite plausible at this point. And with Ed having erased part of his theorem, I think it's quite plausible that we'll have a season 2, and season 2 will start with the NSA trying to put together the fragments of the theorem he wasn't able to erase. I feel like that would be a good place to go. It's familiar grounds in terms of storytelling. And I mean, come on, they have to have a season 2, right? Because even if at the end one of the powers attains the theorem, we have to see how they use it, right? Like if it's going to be chaos in the world, I want to see it. So yeah, I don't think this is my prediction for the ending of the season. This is quite a somber show. It doesn't take a positive light on everything. So I think that Ed might be able to escape and go on living with a free brain, maybe being helped by either Andrea, Adam, or Tayilah. But I think some of them are going to be left behind. Maybe Tayilah, because of the Jane thing. Maybe Andrea will be sacrificed in some way. I think he will be able to escape. He will be on the run, like going through it, but he will have lost someone in the process. And I think that might be the starting of next season, will be Ed on the run all over the world, trying to escape these people that are after him, doing odd jobs to like stay alive and have some money to go on. Then the NSA Axiorn counterparts, they will be trying to piece together his theorem, and the Cambridge / Baghdad archaeologists are going to, like the NSA, be after Ed, potentially be grooming other talents to take over his job or his work with the theorem, something like that. I feel like the Team Ed that we might see come together in this last episode will be dispersed for season 2 for sure. But yeah, let's see what happens. I don't think we are going to see chaos unfold so soon, because I mean, we've only been introduced to this idea now that someone truly wants it out there to create chaos. So I feel like that could be something for season 2 to explore. But yeah, guys, this was a great episode. Like, I don't know what you are thinking. Like, let me know in the comments what your opinions are. But I was loving it. Like, this episode was probably the best of the season so far for me. Maybe I'm having some recency bias. I have to rewatch the season maybe. But yeah, I loved it. I hope you loved it as well. Let me know what your theories and predictions are. And I just been enjoying this season quite a lot of television. I mean, I missed something like this. I've said this before. And yeah, let's hope we get a season 2 because I think there is potential for it. And see you potentially Friday with Severance. Bye, guys.